Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best monitors for console gaming. Starting at number 5. Alienware 2522DGM. It may have once been a niche, but 240Hz gaming has become more widespread, and Alienware has set itself ahead of the pack with the gorgeous 2521HF gaming monitor. While not the cheapest on the market, it has the style and performance to make you want it on your desk. Here we have a G-Sync compatible FreeSync monitor that really makes for a smooth, stutter-free gaming experience on either NVIDIA GeForce or AMD GPUs. Alongside that immense 240Hz refresh rate, the 2521HF comes packing lightning-fast 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time. In games like Valorant and Destiny 2, it chugs along with little to no ghosting or artifacts. The static contrast leaves a little to be desired, with blacks not the darkest of the lot. And there's a noticeable IPS bloom toward the bottom and left, depending on the viewing angle. It's nice and bright, however, and if you work or game in a bright room, the Alienware 25 handles even the most obnoxious glares. More importantly, the 252HF has some impressive viewing angles regardless if you have it set in the middle of your desk for gaming, or off to the side as a second monitor in portrait mode while you work. Our only real complaints are the lack of HDR support, along with a lack of contrast, but it remains one of the best gaming monitors. Coming at number 4. Dell S2722DGM. Much like the mystical ways of the Force, PC gaming is all about balance. There's little point weighting your system too heavily in one direction without paying attention to the whole package. Why bother pairing your RTX 3080 Ti with a 60Hz 1080p screen? Likewise, why spend big on a 4K monitor when you're only sporting a Radeon RX 6600? The classic 27-inch Dell S2722DGM marries that screen real estate with a 2560 by 1440 native resolution, which gives you a great pixel pitch for fine detail. At 1440p, it's also a decent resolution for getting high frame rates without the GPU demands of a 4K display. That said, you can find quicker panels if you really want to chase speed. This VA panel does have a high contrast ratio, at least, given the technology's inherent strong contrast. As for picture quality, the Dell S2722DGM is a reasonably punchy and vibrant monitor considering it's a pure SDR panel. The strong inherent contrast certainly helps with that, ensuring you don't feel shortchanged running games like Cyberpunk 2077, which support HDR in SDR mode. We'd steer clear of MPRT mode, which hammers the panel's brightness and vibrancy. Extreme mode, which is rated at 2 milliseconds, does suffer from a whiff of overshoot, but that's only just visible in-game, while a super fast resolves the overshoot but allows just a little smearing of darker tones. At number 3. Gigabyte G27Q. The G27Q proves that you don't need to spend a fortune for a decent IPS 1440p display. At around $330, Gigabyte's 27-inch packs in plenty of sought-after features, but more importantly, it provides rich color and smooth gameplay. As a flat, 27-inch display with a design that wouldn't stand out in an office environment, it looks pretty pedestrian. But it's actually one of the best gaming monitors I've had the pleasure of using. Not only does it have a gorgeous, vibrant IPS panel, with 8-bit color with 92% DCI P3 coverage, it's also HDR capable. As someone who loves visual fidelity, I appreciate this resolution for clarity and performance. It gets eye-searingly bright thanks to its VESA Display HDR 400 certification, but in gaming, sunny skies and other bright spots tend to blow out and lose definition at max brightness. Dark areas also sometimes get crushed. Movies and videos on Netflix and YouTube fare a lot better though. Sadly, my Xbox One X wouldn't recognize the G27Q as HDR capable. But even the SDR mode on the G27Q is excellent, so I didn't miss much. Number 2 of my list. LG 27GN950B. 4K gaming is a premium endeavor. You need a colossal amount of rendering power to hit decent frame rates at such a high resolution. But if you're rocking a top-shelf graphics card, like an RTX 3080, opens in new tab, or RX 6800 XT, opens in new tab, then this dream can be a reality. The LG Ultra Gear is the first 4K, Nano IPS, gaming monitor with 1 millisecond response times. That'll properly show off your superpowered GPU. Coming in with NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD's FreeSync adaptive refresh compatibility. This slick slim bezel design even offers LG's sphere lighting too. This isn't an issue most of the time, but the HDR is a little disappointing as, frankly, 16 edge-lit local dimming zones do not a true HDR panel make. What is most impressive, however, is the Nano IPS tech that offers a wider color gamut and stellar viewing angles. And the color fidelity of the Nano IPS panel is outstanding. LG's default calibration is virtually faultless, with impeccable detail in both black and white scales. Beyond the strict metrics, it's a seriously vibrant and punchy display in terms of image quality on the Windows desktop. And number 1. Alienware 34QD OLED.
Aww.
3423DW. OLED has truly arrived on PC, and in ultra-wide format no less. Alienware's 34QD OLED is one of very few gaming monitors to receive such a stellar score from us. And it's no surprise. Dell has nailed the OLED panel in the screen and it's absolutely gorgeous for PC gaming. Although this monitor isn't perfect, it is dramatically better than any LCD-based monitor by several gaming critical metrics. And it's a genuine thrill to use. What that 34-inch, 21:9 panel can deliver in either of its HDR modes, HDR 400 True Black or HDR Peak 1000, is nothing short of exceptional. The 3440 by 1440 native resolution image it produces across that gentle 1800 arc curve is punchy and vibrant. For starters, you'll occasionally notice the entire image shifting by a pixel or two. The panel is actually over-provisioned with pixels by about 20 in both axes, providing plenty of leeway. It's a little like the over-provisioning of memory cells in an SSD, and it allows Alienware to prevent static elements from burning into the display over time. While we didn't sense any subjective issue with this 175Hz monitor, there's little doubt that if your gaming fun and success hinges on having the lowest possible latency, there are faster screens available. You can only achieve the full 175Hz with the single DisplayPort input, too. The Alienware 34QD OLED's response time is absurdly quick at 0.1 millisecond, however, and it cruised through our monitor testing suite. You really notice that speed in-game, too. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.